Hey you guys, today I want to share my thoughts on the ending of the Final Fantasy VII Remake. Of course, if you haven't beaten the game and seen the ending, leave now so you don't get spoiled. Personally, I really enjoyed this ending. I found it both incredibly intriguing and confusing, but I was hooked. I love that I have no idea where this is going. I really like that the characters of Final Fantasy VII, and to see them in a new story and adventure is really exciting. I do understand though that this may be disappointing for many, as this was marketed as a remake of a legendary classic. It is very bold of Square to take what was supposed to be a retelling of a game and then turn around and be like, oh yeah, never mind, this may be an alternate timeline where some events didn't happen like they should have. If this was another game, I don't think there would be such division on it, but because people were expecting a shot-for-shot recreation, people were disappointed. And that's totally understandable. I'm not trying to minimize that or say that people should not be upset, because they have every right to be. There was an interview where the producers said that they wanted to do more than just have a nostalgic game. They wanted to go beyond that and exceed people's expectations. I think it may have been better though to have that a bit more in the marketing of the game, since probably a small percentage of the people playing this game would actually see this interview. But yeah, to get back on track, I'm excited at all the implications that this ending has. We see these characters have visions of future events that will happen if they fail to take down this harbinger of fate. I guess that means though that the original story is the bad ending, though maybe not. We do see that the Whispers are still there at the end of the game, so honestly it could be very likely that all of these events will still happen, but the characters know that they can't fight back against fate. I think that would be a bittersweet ending that would be so in line with the original story of the game. I think it makes it even worse for the characters to know that there's this fate waiting for them, and the entire time they spend trying to fight back against that only to end up failing or having to just deal with it because that's the only outcome that actually saves Earth. I think that would be fantastic writing, and I really hope that's the direction they go in. But also, I am really interested in seeing how Aerith handles Zack's apparent survival when it's already implied that he died early in the game. It's definitely possible that the scenes we see with Zack are before he passes away, and maybe they just tweak that cutscene a little bit and give us a little bit of misdirection in the first part to keep us guessing. But if it is a new future with Aerith remembering that he died, will the memories of their past start to be overwritten, or will they be two conflicting memories that people have? Another thing I'd like to see is the crossroads that Cloud would come to with Aerith dying. If he knows that she can stay alive and he goes after that, I feel like maybe Sephiroth will not be able to be defeated without her dying. So there could be this heartbreaking choice of having to let her die in order to take down Sephiroth. That would be a hard scene to watch where Cloud is trying choice after choice to save her, but in the end he has to let fate happen in order to save the world. Obviously we have no idea how this time-changing stuff works or if it even is time-changing stuff, so who knows what's going to happen with it. I think ideally we will see all the events from the original in some way or another, but I'm a little confused on how that will work. If they continue with this new timeline and keep drastically changing the story, I feel like they're going to disappoint a lot of people. I can't imagine they would completely shift directions, especially with such an iconic game, but we'll just have to wait and see. My thoughts are really basic, just I really enjoyed the game, I really enjoyed the ending. I thought it was interesting, very, very interesting, and I'm excited to see where it goes. I like to stay optimistic with stories. I wasn't really disappointed because we still have the original game and we still have this recreation of it. And I went in with the expectation that it wasn't going to be a shot-for-shot remake or anything like that, because actually, interesting thing before I end it, the last like 3 or 4 series that have come out from Square, so, well, there's a lot of different games, but the games that I've played, Nier Automata, Kingdom Hearts 3, the remake, there may be more, but all of these have to do with fate. So, like, spoilers for Nier Automata and spoilers for Kingdom Hearts 3. Destiny and fate is talked about so much in Kingdom Hearts 3, especially with the Book of Prophecies and just the clash between light and dark and what's supposed to happen. Xehanort is convinced that everything is already destined, and that's why he's so confident. And so you see Sora fighting back against that and literally going back and changing time to make sure that destiny is changed. In Nier Automata, I'm not too sure on the endings because I haven't really dived deep into the lore, but I'm aware that there is like to be constantly going back and back and back to save 9S and then like still like failing every time because that's fate or that's destiny. I think I could be wrong on that, correct me if I am. So it's fascinating to see Final Fantasy VII Remake kind of stay in line with that theme of destiny and fighting back against it. So I'm interested to see if Final Fantasy VII Remake will be a story about them changing their destiny or knowing their fate and not being able to change it. Anyways, I keep rambling, I'm so sorry. But yeah, I'm trying to do more discussion kinds of videos and give my thoughts and opinions on stuff because I really enjoy sharing what I think. Breakdowns, of course, aren't going anywhere. It is nice, though, to have some relaxed content on the channel. Anyways, the cards on screen show some places I am active, so follow the links down below to stay connected. If you enjoyed this discussion video, click the card on screen to check out my discussion on the debate about if Kingdom Hearts and the remake have similar combat. Subscribe or share this, and I'll see you in the next video.